Oh God. Is there any contextual that would that I have to spend, or is it just I can spend any of the die?
You don't have to. You can choose any attribute, honestly.
All right, might as well. I'll that it is expression.
Expression. All right. And that's still a D12.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Watch
So
double ones.
when you get to the shrine, I guess I guess it'd be really hard to notice since you rolled better on your expression. It would be really hard not to notice how unique people feel. Like even though it's a crowd, you can pick out more than just like their facial features and stuff. You can almost feel like the little bits of personality that make them a unique whole, and it really energizes you. Whether that's be physically or mentally, depends on how Ryu's feeling. But there's like a buzz, a positive buzz around the place, and people are happy and smiling. Even those who might be here for bereavement-related issues, they feel a renewed hope. It is generally a very peaceful time, New Year's Day, in terms of what lies ahead is still undetermined.
Okay. New year, new hope. Got it.
Mm-hmm. So yes, Ryu would feel that as intensely as he wants to. Really, like you've noticed that it's obviously it's it's obviously a feeling that is more than just yay, but it feels like it's under a microscope for you.
Yeah,
You can
more of a
choose
party
what to do with
attitude
that.
than just a surface attitude. Got it.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
like
I know
a
you really want to fidget spin really loudly, but can you mute your... maybe mute the mic when that happens.
So, are you going to do anything with that feeling or just let it coast?
You know, in this particular situation, I don't know what to do with that sort of stuff. I suppose he'd be a little more bright and happy, but at this stage, I don't think he's exactly gonna go do anything to try and stand out too much.
Oh, I mean, not like stand out. Like, you don't have to, like, I don't know, start taking shit. I was just wondering how he felt about it.
Oh, he's probably gonna have a little bit of mental boots, or like, well, this is something I can worry about another time.
All right. So, you'll make your way to the... I don't know the Japanese term. Can the resident weeb just tell me?
Japanese term for what?
The things on the paper things.
The things on the paper things.
She means like the charms and the wishes. I think the ones when you pull them up and you get... Is that the one? Just, you mean the one where you do the wishes, or do you mean the one...
Do you mean wishes or fortunes?
Yeah, the ones you get or the ones you put on tree?
The one you put on.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a name, but it's stupid long. It just means Happy New Year.
Okay, the Happy New Year's. Also, don't forget to go to the shrine and get your luck token.
Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah, get your luck token.
Which has a rate... Okay, Jess, it's like a fortune cookie of luck.
Yeah.
So I know you'll love it. It's like, what level of luck do you have this year?
Ooh, I get to roll.
Yeah, there's usually like 6 different types.
That's why
from very poor to poor
now,
to
Jess,
very good.
I know you get to roll, but let's not make the entire session at the shrine. Hint, hint.
Okay.
I'll
hit
you.
Let me think about this. I had an idea come to my head, but I don't know how to do maths.
But damn, I took a calculated risk. But damn, I'm bad at math.
What do you want to do math at?
I wanted to do the average of people's social links. How many there are.
Nope.
Ryu has a lot of threes.
I'm not doing that.
So I guess it'll be a 3. All right.
That's what Excel's for.
Alright, let me put my tablet away so I'm not ruining it with my keyboard. Anyway, I took a quick glance and Ryu mostly has a lot of freeze. So that'll be it. Okay. Where's my book? There it is. Alright. So, do you have a wish in mind that you want to put on the tree?
I suppose Ryu is probably just going to put the year goes smoother than it has been already.
The year goes smoother than it has been last year?
Yeah.
Alright. And then will you get your luck token?
Might as well.
Alright.
I'm betting poor or worst.
Wow.
Yep.
There's the fortune says that something along the lines of well, I hope you like there'll be rough waters ahead. Now's the time to be a better boatman, but more poetic than that.
Right, got it.
All right, and your parents will do the same, and they'll. What would it be like for the Takanaka parents? They would just kind of like your mother would have like a kind of look to it, and your father would just kind of he'd look at it and then he'd just stuff it in his pocket.
Okay.
And your mother will ask you what you made your wish to be, even though Ryu would know that people don't tell each other their wishes unless they are, don't want it to come true. They do sometimes, but then it will not come true.
That's not a rule at all. Not a Japanese one.
Also, that's with birthdays.
Yeah, no, that's just a birthday wish. In Japan, they just tell each other all the time.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, people keep it private if they're fucking teenagers, because it's like, I hope the boy who likes me notices me.
Yeah.
Gay retards. Trust me, I've read a lot of slice of life manga.
Yeah, Japan doesn't have that superstition. You tell someone your wish, it won't come true.
Yeah, but if it was the fourth wish, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Now that's the real superstition.
What's your blood type, Ryu?
Gay.
B.
Yeah, probably Ryu's blood type would be B. I know there's a meaning to it, but I don't remember what they are.
Beta.
If you search it on Google, there's a handy dandy Wikipedia article.
Yeah, it seems too much work.
Too much work.
All right. Bow. Okay. So are you going to tell your mother?
Ryu just says, basically, better academic luck than he has had so far.
Aiming for top of the class, then?
Maybe not top, but at least near the top.
So number 2, then?
Yes, definitely better than I did this time.
I suppose that's you're being a little bit more ambitious. But even though people might say otherwise, it's good to have confidence about you.
Right.
Well, soon you'll be leaving the nest as well. You're not 18 yet, so you'll still be living with us until then. You'll soon fly out like Haru and Daisuke.
Right.
And she will pat your shoulder. You'll probably get it. You're probably taller than her.
Probably.
Yeah. But not like hugely tall. Just a little bit. And your father will be like, do you know what you're going to choose for your major subject thing? I don't know how to say it properly. Because at the moment you take like a couple of subjects.
Ryu will just kind of scratch his head a bit and said, probably somewhere towards the business area, but I'm not entirely sure which direction it'll be.
And he says, well, if you ever need help with that, I did own my own business for 20 years.
Right. If I need help, I will ask.
Yes, there's entrepreneurialism in your blood.
Right.
And they'll do the clappy hand thing.
Right, the prayer at the shrine.
Yes. Is there anything you want to ask your parents?
No, I can't see Ryu asking anything at this time because I think he's kind of confused.
He's kind of confused. Alright, I'll roll an understanding roll for him. No understanding wouldn't be too high. So I'm just going to roll a 2d8. First one's your father. Wow. Wow, cool. I don't give a shit. Alright.
That seems about normal for them.
Alright. Wow, is it stopping already? Let me refresh Firefox. Where's my refresh button? There we go. Alright. So, you don't feel like talking to them, and they don't feel like bringing that up, so it's a bit awkward. Just a little bit. And
so the typical Takanaka outing. Got it.
Yeah, I guess it would be. So you can leave anytime you like.
Ryu'd probably stick with the family, at least trying to make some small. But if you want to end the scene, that's if you got nothing else, that's about all it needs to be.
Remember, you have to end it for her. You have to say it's over, or else she'll keep going. EXD. Love you, Jess.
EXD. Well, you know, they rolled badly, and so they're not going to inquire like nice parents. Well,
that's okay. I don't think they're supposed to be.
All right. So on your way out from the shrine, you'll hear Haru's voice asking if that experience was helpful.
To Ryu?
Yes.
No, he's kind of sit back like this. Look back at Haru like, what experience?
Perhaps it was subtle since you didn't manipulate it yourself, but there's a nuance to the air. It should feel different than any other day in Tokyo.
Oh, you mean the feeling that...
Yes.
Well, it certainly does make things brighter, but... Well, I'll just leave it at that. It certainly makes things a little... think of happier thoughts.
Right. Well, I suppose your brain is still in its development stage. Shall I ask you again in 7 years' time? Or wait, I cannot count. In 10 years' time? Because you're 15. Not 17.
Right. Yeah, maybe things will be different by then. I mean, maybe then I won't have the whole family secret been dropped at me a few days ago.
Well, it wasn't an ideal scenario, but I suppose we each had our own hand to play in that problem.
Yeah. Now I just need to figure out which game I'm supposed to be a part of.
Game?
Well, it's not exactly like this is the
This is
area that I'm part of. I mean, there is, after all, what's going on at the school. I need to try and figure out what exactly that's doing.
what the school is doing.
Well, I do have a patron that isn't a normal person, so I need to figure out why exactly he gave me this ability.
I see. I don't believe we ever discussed that back then. There were more concerning issues surrounding your extracurricular activities.
Right, yeah, that.
But when it comes to your patron, it seems that you still have remnants of that person within you. There's nothing really that can be changed, however, so perhaps Minamoto could have the ability to, but it's not really heard of.
Somehow, with the information I got, I don't know if even Minamoto could change much of it.
And he'll just kind of look about him and he'll be like, we can talk about this elsewhere.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
All right. So Haru will go and say that he'll talk to his wife for a bit, and then he'll talk to your parents, and he would have played it off as, brotherly bonding time.
Right.
And you'll go off to like a small cafe, and he'll get you a drink that you'd want.
Probably
And he'll be
green
like,
tea or something like that.
Yeah. And he'll be like, right, I suppose this would be the most ideal time since I go back to work the next day.
Okay. So anything specific you really want to know?
Do you have a name for your patron?
I have a name, whether it's his name or not. Clue. I believe he goes by Shin at the moment.
Alright. He will roll his knowledge. Haru. What would his best trait be? Probably his diligence, so he wouldn't be a 20. Alright, and he'll be like, he'll just kind of like lean back in his chair and he'll think for a bit. And he'll think about, you're not talking about the makeshift deity, are you?
Makeshift deity?
And he'll just kind of lean back forward and he'll rest his chin on his hands and he'll be like, have you been back to, well, I suppose being back is the wrong term. Have you ever tried going to Nagasaki, even if you don't know where the domain is?
According to my new persona, that would be a bad move unless I wanted to actually stay there for quite some time.
Ah, yes. Well, I suppose this would have been the only sort of common sense within this fantastical world. But when you do spend your time outside of reality, you disconnect from it. Colloquially, it's known as domain sickness.
Right.
As with all things, it depends on the tolerance of the person. Think of it as having a mythological immune system that you need to build up over time.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Right, with that said and done, I suppose I'll continue. So you haven't been there.
No.
Did you ever dream of such a place?
I don't believe so.
Well, do you remember what your original contract was?
My original contract, one I had with Vitala, well, basically, I believe it was somewhat aggressive in the idea that I didn't want to be a puppet to anyone.
I see. Well, to get back to my point, there is a culture within the Nagasaki domain because the domain never progresses past the date and time of the bombing. I believe it was the fat man, not the little boy.
The little boy was the first one.
Yeah, and it wasn't Hiroshima first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got it right. And he'll be like, there's a culture based on the saviors of the city. And there are 2 statues that have been, well, it doesn't have to be statues, it'd be shrines. I suppose the deification of those who were involved. One is a shrine dedicated to Minamoto Tojiro, and the other one is to this faceless deity known as Shin.
Right, that would make sense with other pieces of information, so it very well may be the same person.
Do you care to share this information?
How much do you know about the person that actually did this timey-wimey thing with Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
And he'll just kind of cross his leg and he'll be like I said before, getting information about this thing is tricky. It's only because of Daisuke's information that I was allowed to educate myself on these matters. When it comes to Minamoto Tojiro, much of his life is documented, quite heavily in fact, but when it comes to this other figure, there's almost nothing.
Right. Okay.
That's why I asked whether you had encountered such a being through a dream or some other trance-like state. If you have more information, if this really is the makeshift deity that is your patron, that would go a long way towards the research and possibly cure for the radiation mythology around us and of other such like people.
As it stands now, I wouldn't put my hopes in it. If it is the same person, I'm kind of guessing what he did stripped him of most of his powers.
Even that in itself is information that will go a long way.
Right. Well, if the information I picked up is correct, he's an Ainu and an awakened.
You want to roll an understanding roll?
Sure. No clue.
All right. You don't notice his expression change, but he'll intake and he'll be like information that you've gathered together.
Well, at least the person who's my patron is this. How much of
Did they tell you themselves?
Mm, a lot of what I've gotten from been, well, let's just say parts of the church that have been informing me with some of this stuff. Parts of the temple.
Church? You
Sorry,
mean
no.
the Western Church?
No, I apologize. Wrong word. The temple. A lot of it came from when Minamoto Sensei went to get me my new persona.
And they would tell you that your patron is Ainu?
Well, that kind of became group information about it, but I was also informed that the person who saved the town was Ainu through a spirit of the temple testing me, I think.
I see. So it was when you were getting your persona then? Your current one?
Yeah.
When it comes to secrets, he'll just air quote, demons are a lot loose-lipped than humans are, surprising as that may be.
Right. And my persona also kind of informed me that the person that at least my patron is an awakened.
Right, and you met this, you awakened to these possibilities at the academy.
Yeah. Kind of gave me a fortune reading after I took the test.
I see. If it's the same deity, I wonder if it's to do with the place. Right. Well, that will certainly be helpful in the future. But unless I meet this person myself, if I'm able to, then there's not much else I can do to directly help you. I can only pursue things within my own channels.
Right. Well, if you want to meet him next time you go to the school, head to the nurse's office and ask to see Shin.
Right. I didn't think it would be so simple.
Well, kind of. That's typically where we go meet him.
And he'll just be like, you do remember what I told you about, and you met the person himself, Nakamatsu Hajime. He styles himself as a head, but it's more of a democracy. He's the leader, I suppose, of those who have gotten their personas through the imperial family's yokai domain.
Right, I remember him.
He was at your meeting regarding your activities. This will certainly carry a lot of favor with him, this information.
Right. I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to get out of Shin if you ask him of that. He seems to be rather oblivious sometimes.
His existence provides a lot of opportunities alone, whether he's compliant or not. But you don't need to worry. I'm not really the threatening type.
Right, I understand. But like I said, as much as I can tell, he really doesn't have much in the way of powers anymore. It seemed something happened and stripped him of all of it. And a lot others, I guess, because it seems like he can't really leave the school grounds without going into being very sick.
Oh, it's a good thing that the academy has Dr. Kuroki himself in the project. It'll be very useful to have the man who came up with the principle take a look at things.
Right. Though I suppose I don't really need to point it out, but the fact that he's there and all of this is going on under the watchful care of Minamoto-sensei probably means he's not completely oblivious to this.
Minamoto, no. That would be a fool's errand to think that he was ignorant of some sort of issue to do with the country.
Right.
But anyway, I'll take a look. If there's anything I can do to help you, you seem to have a, I wouldn't say a confrontational relationship with your patron, but you haven't spoken to him about him in endearing terms.
Yeah, let's just say I'm still a little touchy about people constantly trying to use me for their own means.
Well, that is something that comes with the mythological world. As to feelings you had before that, well, I suppose they're not uncommon feelings when it comes to your authoritarian figures. Well, your parents tend to be the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Right. And he'll pay for the bill and he'll be like, I'd love to talk to you more, Ryu, but I've already used most of my holiday for the year, spending time back here.
Yeah, it was good seeing you.
The same to you.